Hi guys, welcome to another Divi theme video. This is Jamie from System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Well, in our last video we showed you how to create a custom product page using the Looper system and just a simple call to action. Works really well, really easy to do. Today we're going to use the Looper. We're going to create this little product carousel right here. We're just using the Divi theme's actual slider module and pulling in the products with a Looper. Really easy to do. Now I've got this page open. So let's go in there. I'll get rid of this one. We'll start from scratch. I've got a simple section right here, the blue tab. I'm going to add a row. I'm going to use a single flex column. And inside, I'm going to use a regular Divi Slider module. So if we roll down a little bit, there's the slider right there. Just going to left click on that. Perfect. Well, as you can see, it puts in a slide. As we're using the Looper, I'm only going to use one slide. Let's get rid of this one. I'm going to go into the actual slide itself right here. Edit the item. I'm going to close it up for a moment. I'm going to go down to where it says loop. I'm going to loop it. As you can see, it's just added 2 items from the pagination dots that we've got there. It's because at the moment it's looking at posts and I've got no blog posts on this site. So I'm going to get rid of that. Now it's got nothing to put in. And I'm going to roll down just below projects. I'm going to select products. That's what I want it to loop. We can select categories and things right here. Let's put a few categories in there. We'll do dresses, bags, on sale, belts. As you can see, as I'm selecting this, the dots are growing there. Now we can choose how many we actually want to display down below here by just rolling down a little bit. At the moment it's showing 10. Let's even that up to maybe a dozen. Or if you think you've got more products, obviously up it to whatever you need. Let's make it 16. Not sure if I've got 16 products in there or not. Looks like it. Looks like 16 dots. I'm not going to count them. But of course, it's still putting in whatever it wants to up here itself. That's not going to work, obviously. So my plan, as you saw in the last slide, is to have a sort of image type background with a bit of a gradient over the top of it, have the actual product image here, and have title and price here with a buy now button or whatever you want to have on yours. Really easy to do. If you've seen any of my last videos, you know exactly what I'm going to do here. Again, in our first slide where we are at the moment, I'm going to go back up to the top. I'm going to reopen the text up here. I'm going to go down to the title. I want that to be our product title. So over to the dynamic content, loop product title. As you can see, it's changed that for us. I'm going to hit apply. Just below that, I've got the button. Well, I want mine to say buy now. Well, it's going to take them to the product. Let's say buy now. They can always select sizes and things in the product. And the body text, I'm not going to have the product description. I'm just going to have the price. So again, I'm going to roll over dynamic content icon, loop product, regular price. Perfect. Now I want a dollar sign in front of mine. So where it says before up here, I'm going to put a dollar sign. As you can see, let's put one in front of it. Let's hit the apply. Great. Image and video. Well, I want to have the actual featured image on the left-hand side here, which is where it puts it by default. And we'll have the details over here in the buy now. And then we'll make the background a little more interesting too. Now, I'm sure everybody realizes this, but you've got to have products. You must have WooCommerce installed. I should have mentioned this earlier. WooCommerce is a free plugin that a lot of people use for selling products. You must have set up products. I've got some set up here and they've each got some categories. If you don't know how to do that, have a look at our Divi e-commerce. Link should be down below this video. I go through it all in that video. And the other thing, because we're just doing one slide here, it's actually doing all of our slides. So if I flip, it should change to something else with a different price. There you go, office pants, because that's what we're looping. So we only need to change it once. So let's go back into the slide again. We've done our loop product title. We've done our regular price, image and video. Like I say, I want product image in there. So again, we're going to hit the dynamic content, loop product featured image. As you can see, it's going to pop it in there on the left-hand side. That works for me. If you've got a product video, you can put it in there as well if you want to. I don't. Let's hit apply. We'll roll down a little bit more to the link, the button link. Well, again, we want that to link to the loop product, whichever product we're looking at here. Let's apply that. Fantastic. We'll close that up. Let's make it a little bit more interesting now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of that pink color. I'm going to loop the product image behind it by going over to the image here. Go down to where it says background image. Again, we're going to use dynamic. I'm going to loop the featured image. I've got it behind there. Now, my images aren't very high resolution for when it's very big, but that's okay. I still want something like that in the background. I'm going to put a little gradient on top of it, and then we'll make the text stand out and style the little button there. So first things first, let's go back up here. Background gradient. I'm going to hit add background gradient. Puts in that one by default. I want our gradient to be in front of the background image there. So I'm going to roll down a bit, hit little button here, place gradient above background image. It's great, but we can't see the image. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play with it a little bit. I'm going to flip it from linear to circular. So we've got the blue bit in the middle. Now the blue bit I want to actually see through completely. So I'm going to left click on it. I'm going to pull the opacity slider all the way down. As you can see, that image has come through a little bit there. And I'm going to use that crazy pink we've been using on this side. So we'll close that out. And the green, I'm going to replace with that crazy pink color I've been using everywhere else on this site. Should be in my clipboard still. Great. Then I'm going to separate the clear and the pink a little bit. So it's more of a pronounced circle on there. I'm sure a lot of you know exactly how I'm going to do that. I'm going to drag them both together, or close as you want to put them together. And we'll drag this one up. As you can see, the closer I drag them, the more of a circle there is, and you can put them on top of each other and it'll be a real-time separation like that. I'm going to drag it back just a little bit, so there's a bit of fuzz there. Obviously adjust to taste. And of course with the gradients, you can add more either side if you want to go to town. That's actually going to work for me. So let's go ahead and make it so we can read it and click on the button. So still in the slide, I'm going to go over to my design now. If you want to, you can use an overlay if the background image is too bright. Let's see what it looks like. Background overlay. Yeah, I don't really like what it's doing to the pink there. I do quite like what it's doing to the image, but we could give that image a box shadow. So let's take that back off. I will use the text overlay. Perfect. If you want to choose a different color, you can. I'm going to leave it on the default there. Now the navigation, our pagination at the bottom, and our little arrows when we hover over here, I'm going to leave those just as they are. If you want to change it, you can do right there. Our image, like I said, let's give it a little bit of box shadow. You can give it a border if you want to. And let's try it all around. I think that's okay. It helps it a little bit. And we'll close that one up. Now here we've got our text. I think I had mine right aligned initially. So if I go into my text here, it should pull everything when I do this, including the button. It's left by default. You can put it in the middle. Yeah. And put it on the right. Perfect. I'm going to leave mine just like that. Now, individually, you can do the title text. Let's just perhaps make it semi-bold. H2 is fine. It's a little bit bigger there. Now, our body text, which is the price there, I want to be considerably bigger. So let's go into the body text. We'll make it bold, perhaps. Roll on down. You can change the color if you want. Let's make it, I don't know, 30 pixels and see how that looks. That's pretty legible. We'll give it a bit of text shadow and make it stand out even more. Perfect. Now all I want to do is just style that button slightly. If we roll down a little bit more, here's the button. Going to hit use custom styles. And we'll leave pretty much everything as it is apart from the text. I'm going to go in there. I'm just going to capitalize it and we'll take it down just a little bit. And give it a tiny bit of box shadow just on the bottom. Perfect. Now that's all I'm going to do. You can continue styling this however you wish. But I'm fairly happy with that. So let's make it roll automatically and see what we've got on the front end. To make it roll automatically, make sure you go back from the slide to the main slider. Once back at the main slider, I'm going to go over to design here. I'll roll right the way down to the bottom where it says animation. I'll roll that up a little bit. There's a little button, automatic animation. Now this is what I was saying. If you're still in your slide, you're going to roll down. You're not going to be able to find the automatic animation. Just roll back, make sure you're in the slider. It'll be at the bottom here. I'm going to switch it to on. Let's roll down a little bit. Default is 7 seconds, just so you don't have to watch for so long each time. Let's make it 4,000 or 4 seconds. I want it to continue automatic slide on hover. I don't want that to be on. I want it to stop when they put their mouse on it so they can look at it, perhaps read it and hit the button if they want to. So if we've done everything correctly now, we should be good to go. Let's save the draft. And let's close this down. Here's the one we did the other day with the actual group carousel, which was great. Let's get rid of that one too. And we'll preview this one. And there we have it. Should roll around every 4 seconds. Perfect. Going to the next product, next product. Of course, when you put your mouse on it, it's going to stop and take a look at it. If you're interested, go over, hit the buy now button. That's going to take you to the product. Take your mouse off. It's going to start rolling again. And of course, it's fully responsive. If I hit my F12 key, I'm using Google Chrome here. Here it is on an iPad. That works very well. And let's have a look on a phone, iPhone 12 or something. And here it is. You've lost the featured image, but as we've actually used the featured image for the background as well, you've still got that image in the background. So that works out quite well. So there you have it, guys. There's how to create a great little product slider using the regular slider module and the fantastic new looping system that they've added in Divi 5 here. I hope you've enjoyed this today and found it useful. If you have, please give it a thumbs up, ring the bell, comment, share, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Don't forget, if you have any questions either about Divi 5 or Divi 4, put them down below. I'll do my best to answer them for you or make a little demo video just like this one. So once again, this has been Jamie from System 22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.